Oh, alrighty, so this yellow has been cut to size. It is a corner board, so I figured it would be better to show how to do the yellow where we could do a corner as well, so you get the whole gist of it. So whenever we're putting the glue on these yellows, just like with any other trim, we run a bead all the way down the bottom edge of the piece of trim. And then with these yellows, to put the glue on, it's easier if you kind of pop it and it'll sit by itself. And if you could get a close-up of that ridge where we like to put, there's a ridge right there near the top of the yellow that runs all the way down it, and that's where we try to keep the bead of glue, is right on that ridge. And of course, if you go a little below it or a little below, above it, it's okay. Just try to stay around that general area on that ridge. And then flip that over, and we found it best to have some sort of a platform. You can have a stool, chair, you know, whatever kind of holds up your yellow for you. Kind of just rest it and then start on one edge, and with this being the corner, you want to put that line of the corner right where the corner is. You want it to be flush right there, and then take some of your spray and spray right there so that doesn't move from that edge. And then what I like to do is I spray first and pop it in, and it dries pretty much instantly. And I spray and pop it in. Spray, pop it in. And just like with the other pieces of trim, you want the corner of the board sitting down in the corner of this yellow. Then on this end, just come up, flush it right there. Make sure it's completely flush. Give you a little spray, and then work your way back to the middle, to the the part that you hadn't glued in yet. And there's one piece of the yellow. Now for finishing the corner, we run the bead, the two beads on the bottom and that top ridge of the yellow as well. And always make sure put a little extra bit of glue where that empty spot is, where your notch is. Then it's personal preference. You can either put glue along the inside of this trim right there on this piece. I like to put it on this piece. I think it's easier, but it doesn't take much. Just a little bit of glue. I stop about halfway down to that tip because I think it's easier to work, match up these sections in smaller sections than doing the whole corner at once. Then you might want to come around to this side. Then with this corner, you just want to match it up, and you'll probably have a little glue pop out like I have right there. Just take you a cloth, wipe it down real good, give it a little spray, make sure it's sticking. And then you just do your same thing coming down this way and flush up that edge. And then spray. And with, just like with the T's or the L's, I always like to give it a little spray on the bottom to make sure it's dry. Depending on if you glue the whole corner right there or leave some of it like I do, I have to I always kind of wipe that spray off so the glue doesn't dry fast. And then I just flip that corner up a little bit. Put a little bit more glue in there. Match up the corner. And a little spray. And there you are.